Sup people in YouTube, this is here, and I'll be commentating over this match between, let's get little bar up, EGJyp versus EGJyp. I love PuMa, GGGLHF. What a nice guy. He's just so nice. Just look at him. I love PuMa. Ah, such a nice guy. PuMa not reacting, probably thinking that's a weird guy. But enough about them and their weird thingies and fetishes. This is another quarterfinals in the Intel Extreme Masters Season 6 World Championship. But what's so special about this? This is a best of 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, definitely not 6, but 5. So I'll be wondering actually why they would do 5. Maybe because they're both on EG's team, but I don't know. Like, yeah. But this map is called Tal'darim Altar. Probably a lot of you guys would know this map. It's a pretty cool map, pretty nice map. Pretty weird if you're like Protoss. Wait, let's get to the Protoss point of view. And if you wanna like Forge Fest expand, you would probably have to do it here, or maybe even here, because here you can wall it off. But you can get attacked from also here. You can just walk around with the siege tanks and just start blowing this up. But if you just wall off here, you can indeed get this expansion, but you haven't got this ramp. They can like get up the ramp and everything, so you haven't got the ramp under your control. That's a little bit more annoying. This is indeed like the probe is scouting here, because it is indeed a 4-player map. So that's actually, yeah, pretty much you have to just scout all of this before you know where you do this. Terran actually not scouting at all. Don't know why, maybe doing some weird thing there. Terran could wall off this ramp here. Don't know why he isn't doing that. Maybe he's gonna do it. He did indeed went bunker first instead. Oh no, wait, here's a supply depot. Oh, gotta pay more attention to the productions tab. Protoss starting off pretty standard, except going for the relative early gas. Yeah, actually relative early gas. Like, it's not the earliest gas ever, but oh, both players going for the gas. But of course at Terran you need the reactor and your tech lab, and they cost gas. This SCV here actually, it's all that pro, but just going like nah, like yeah, like he's not going to do anything. He's just chilling, just bro it. Building another barracks here out of vision of the Protoss player. Might actually do some kind of weird surprise attack. Like normally you build them here, like a bit out of sight, a bit like it's a little bit piece of land here, just stuck onto it, and that's all. But he's actually building it here, so it's probably gonna be some interesting and weird tactics. Go for the reactor on here, so marine play, heavy marine play, probably. Well, most Terran go heavy marine play, but of course sometimes it differs. The marine with a little bit of micro, he could easily take that out, but the probe is also microing pretty good actually, like wow. Like he used that bunker to like get rid of the marine. Weird. He took it down, and I don't think he actually scouted this. Let's get into... No, he didn't, so he doesn't know there's a barracks here. This weird little barracks with tech lab. He's probably thinking he's going all marine. He's just chilling with marine, but instead he is indeed probably going marauder actually to counter the Protoss' stalker. If he is indeed going stalker play, doesn't he build a stalker and a sentry? That's actually pretty standard. One of those two first. No Forge Fest expand there. That's probably the first Protoss in like the match I've been commentary, and only been like 4 matches and everything, but still, this is like the first Protoss ever who didn't Forge Fest expand. Just so many Protoss use Forge Fest expand. Just insane. It's probably one of the best tactics there is. Of course it can be countered by some kind of weird weird rush play, but apparently he didn't. He is indeed going Marauder, just like I thought. Trying to get those Stalkers. He's gonna pump out, since Stalkers, I don't actually know versus Marines. Like, I know Archons are good versus Marines, since Marines are like clumped up and haven't got much health, so Archons can take them down easily, but I don't actually know the other thing. Might actually go for some kind of weird rush. Don't know if this is gonna work out, since the Warp Gate tech is almost done. Just 10 more seconds, and then it is indeed done. This SCV probably gonna die. This is Sentry standing there. He did KS that Stalker. That Stalker is pissed. You can see it. His face. He's just all pissed off. Because, indeed, that Sentry stole his kill. Now he got a kill. He got nothing. He looks like the noob there. So, the less efficient, less cost efficient noob. And the kind of rush is actually, yeah, not going to happen now anymore. Like, he's probably a little bit too late. I know if there's some kind of... No, it isn't a weird all-in or anything. He doesn't need going factory. Concussive Shell is done, so we can kite those Zealots since they haven't got the Zealot charge. Or Zealot legs, as some people call them. But indeed, the rush, there's nothing going to happen or anything. The Terran player is actually a little bit behind now. Building a factory, might go for no, actually siege tank play. You don't see that very often versus Protoss. Like versus Zerg, that's pretty much standard biomech, but you don't see that a lot versus Protoss. So that's an interesting choice. Still don't know why you built this barrack here. Maybe you just denied the scout of the probe, so we thought he was going heavy marine, but that's like, it didn't do him anything. Like, he tried to get in there and try to kill him off, but like, yeah, it didn't do anything at all. And of course, every good Protoss player knows that Terran, they can just fly up buildings and use the reactor for something else, and that's a really nice thing about Terran. They can just fly away their buildings and just get away and just run. Maybe placing like a command center right here in the corner to force like a draw or anything. Actually, supply block there. Pretty beginner mistake there. Not going to drop down. Yeah, hasn't got the energy to call down extra supplies. But of course, that's very cost inefficient. So I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you're like really desperate for supply. And you got enough energy to call down that stuff. Actually, did he call down? No, he didn't. He went for the mule. Probably the best choice there. Actually, an engage here. The Protoss is going in. Those Zealots getting locked out with their own shields. Those were terrible shields. Like, man, this Marauder just glitched in the shield. That was horrible shielding by the Protoss player. Actually, build a little pylon here to keep playing aggressively versus the Terran, because you can keep the suppression up and everything. He can't do anything, can't go out of his base, and you can just, when you lose a unit, just build it and it's almost immediately there. So look, going in there. Actually, again, terrible shield. Oh, that's a good shield there. He locked them all in. Might actually, yeah, he locked them in. Gotten a couple of kills there. Let's see at the army supply, 16 to 28. 16 for the Protoss player, 31 for the Terran player. Actually, excuse me there. Units killed, units lost. Like, it's... Yeah, the Protoss player lost 10 units, but the Terran player, he lost 14, so... But, indeed, Protoss units are more expensive, so... Indeed, the Terran is being cost efficient with his army, since indeed Terran units are a little bit cheaper. Like this Marines, you can just pump them out. They're really cheap, really cost effective. While the stock actually going... No, just, I thought it was like some kind of drop or anything, like some kind of weird thing, but it was just an SCV scouting here, seeing what's going on. Nothing too weird, just a lot of Warp Gate units. I don't actually know that much about Terran, about counters and everything. I don't know exactly what the right counter is against Warp Gate, since I haven't played this in multiplayer a lot. I'm like very low bronze rank or something. I haven't even checked in a long time. Actually going for the engage, bringing it to the Protoss, but this pylon here. If he got enough, no, he hasn't got enough money to start pumping out a lot of units. Building a bunker there, they can just get in there and they can just start destroying. Just start attacking this Nexus. And with that bunker, it seems like they got multiple lives, since you can just put them back in there. That Stalker is gonna go down. The Marauder play, very nice. That's just so strong versus those Stalkers. Just so strong. Like damage 10, 20 versus armor. Or Stalkers actually. Yeah, Stalkers are indeed armored, so it does 20 damage and it slows them. That is indeed insane. He is going for the main base, ignoring this Nexus for now, but he can just put units in there. There's probes there, gonna get killed off. These bunkers might actually be just to stretch a little bit of time. Using the probes there to try to get the Terran out. This might actually be it. Yeah, this is probably it. Yeah. The Terran player will probably win, so he can just kite around everything with that Marauder slow. That's just such a strong attack. Killing off his entire army. Hasn't got the minerals to build any more units, so this is probably it. This is it. This is it. Yeah, just slowing them. One slow, and his last Stalker does indeed go down. There's a couple of sentries trying to hold on. GG. EGJyp. GG left the game. Take-sen again. That's he watches a lot of these things. Maybe it's because of the tournament. He's like a guy who watches the tournament. Indeed, put a Marine in there. He can just start attacking that Nexus. Very nice. But yeah, this is indeed a pretty interesting match. Try to go for Twilight Council to counter this. Like, yeah, now it isn't a death ball anymore, but it was a death ball. Because you got like a lot of Marauders and Marines all clumped up together, and that is very vulnerable to storm, so probably the best counters. But that hidden barracks, I think, like, it kinda did something for him, but I didn't know if it did what he wanted, since he tried to, I think he tried to kinda rush in there and just try to take him out very easily, but it got hold off. Then the Protoss start attacking him. But the Protoss made a couple mistakes with their force fields. Those force fields probably lost the Protoss this game. Actually very badly done by this guy. Of course I shouldn't actually like be mad at him for doing that. I probably would have done it worse, but still, this like pro play. This is esports. It's about the money here. Well, not all about the money. It's a fun game, but you can win money, so it's a lot more serious. But indeed, did he? No, indeed, he didn't scout this at all. If he would have scouted it and like seen the tech lab, he would have probably done it actually. Like, he could have seen that they would build Marauders or Reaper or Ghost play, but Ghost, you don't see Ghost a lot, and that's just until late game. You get Ghost and Reapers. You don't see like Reapers at all versus Protoss, so it was expected. If we would have like seen that tech lab, it would have been expected. You could have prepared for it with maybe even faster Twilight Council. Now we just pumped out a lot of Stalkers, and of course Marauders are very strong against. Where is he? There, very strong against Stalkers due to that versus armor 20 damage. That's the double damage and that concussive shell, which slows the Stalkers, making them so very slow. But thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, then just press the like button under the video or on top of the video if you're watching in full screen. Most of the time, there's like that. And if you like my commentaries, swallow a little bit of spit there, but that's actually kind of disgusting. But yeah, thanks for watching this. And if you like my commentaries, then just press the subscribe button above this video, and you'll get notified of my commentaries. So thanks for watching. This was the Subin commentating over a match between EGJyp and EGPuMa, and PuMa winning the first game. But of course, still 4 games to go. It could go any way. Like, no one knows. He must win 3 matches, and then I think he won. But Will probably not be yet, since it is indeed a best of 5, so that's still pretty cool. But thanks for watching. This was Subin commentating over this match between EGJyp and EGPuMa. Subin out.